really simple question for you. Just who do you think you are? Now seriously, what is your true identity? It's probably the most important question you could ever answer for and about yourself. In fact, I ask myself this question every single day of my life. I sometimes do it more than once a day. I do it because it plays a huge part in the renewing of my mind. You see, this is the thing. The most common answer to this question amongst Christians is as follows. I am but a sinner saved by grace. But listen, the scriptures say that we are transformed by the revelation, by the understanding, the grasping of what Christ accomplished through the finished work on the cross. Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. You see, you just can't be a sinner if you've been saved by grace. If you believe that you've been saved by grace, then you are a saint. You've been transformed from sinner to saint. By what? By the renewal of your mind. We literally are what we think. Our character is the sum of all our thoughts. Proverbs 23:7. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Now the ridiculously good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ is that our, and that's the whole of humanity's, old sinful nature was crucified, killed, buried, and then resurrected as a new creation with and in Christ. Romans 5:18. Therefore, as one trespass led to condemnation for all men, so one act of righteousness leads to justification and life for all men. If the scriptures then say all men, then obviously you and I are personally included. This is therefore the new identity that you and I have to assume for ourselves. Galatians 2:20. I have been crucified with Christ. It's no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live in the faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself to me. 2 Corinthians 5:21. For our sake he was made him to be sin, who knew no sin, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. Christ didn't die for Christians. He died for all men. He died as humanity. Humans who realize and believe this truth now call themselves Christians or believers. So, back to my question. Who do you think you are? If you think you're a sinner, then sin will manifest in your life on a daily basis, because that's just what sinners do. They sin. If you think that you're a sinner saved by grace, the same thing will happen. However, you'll find yourself spending most of your time and energy resisting, fighting, and running from sin and temptation. If, however, you think that you are a saint saved by grace through faith, you'll not have to sin a day in your life again. And you'll spend most of your time enjoying the fellowship with Christ and fellow believers in the freedom from sin that grace offers you. Dead to sin, alive to Christ. Romans 6:1. What shall we say then? Are we to continue in sin that grace may abound? By no means. How can we who died to sin still live in it? Does this mean that I never sin? Not ever. Of course not. I do slip and stumble and even fall every now and then. But that's just simply because I lose sight of my true identity for a moment and fall back into the habits of the old sinful me that I used to be. That's why I need to remind myself who I am every single day. So, just exactly who do you think you are? I love you guys. Have a great day.